Okay, YouTube. Hey, last night Jay and I got to go on a date night, which any parents out there will know what a magical thing date nights can be. You know, you get so used to being a parent sometimes that you forget what it's like before you were a parent and the person that you were before then. And there's a really awesome scene in Sex and the City 2, which we got to see last night, that I'd love to show you guys. Take a look.
We're 6,700 miles away from everyone. Mm-hmm. You can say it to me. I'm a mother too.
Rose cries all day, every day. It's driving me crazy.
I have been watching you for months. I don't know how you're doing it.
Sometimes I go in the other room and I close the door and I just let her scream. Isn't that awful?
No, that's survival. Take a sip.
And can I tell you something else? I feel guilty. I feel so guilty because all I ever prayed for was to have a family, and now I have these two beautiful girls.
And?
They're driving me crazy.
Being a mother is hard.
Oh my God, it is so hard. And when oh no, I can't. It's awful.
Sip. Go.
When I heard Samantha say that Harry was going to cheat on me with Aaron, my first thought was, I can't lose the nanny.
Okay, so I laughed so hard I nearly wet my pants in the theater last night, and I was punching Jay in the arm because I was like, it's so true. Where's my sip? Why don't I get to be a part of that scene? So this is my moment with you to be able to enjoy our time together and to talk about being parents. You know, when Daniel and Selena came to live with us, that was a moment that we prayed for a long time. And it was a magical time, and I'm very grateful for that. When Jay's nieces and nephews came to live with us, that was something that we chose and something that we wanted to be a part of, and that's something I will never, ever, ever regret. But there are moments when, as a parent, when you've got 5 kids in the house, when you go nuts. And at this point in my time, in my life, I'm going nuts. So you'll pardon me if this is a little bit hard to say. So I'm taking my sip. Usually, I'm here by myself. There was a point in time when the kids first got here, when I was here with Jay, and things were pretty good. But now that it's just me here with the kids, you realize that being a dad, a stay-at-home dad with 5 kids, can be pretty tough. Being a stay-at-home parent at all can be kind of tough because sometimes you feel like the world is sort of passing you by. You know, you're here, steadily growing older, steadily growing a little bit heavier, feeling kind of frumpish and kind of daddish, and not so vital anymore. And you don't always realize it when you're going through the day-to-day stuff and just dealing with the routines. You know, because usually when things are happening here, they're going crazy all at once. You know, the phone will be ringing, the baby will be crying, the 2-year-old will be on the potty chair and need his diaper changed and his behind wiped, and the 4 and 5-year-old will be running little circles around the house, and my 10-year-old will be in the room playing his game, completely ignoring everything. And those are usually the moments when I feel the most isolated from my life and the people around it. So yeah, things sometimes around here can be pretty nuts. And it's hard sometimes to say that, because not only as a parent, but sometimes as a dad and as a gay dad, you realize that you chose this life. This is what you wanted. And to be in that situation that you really wanted, that you really worked for, and sometimes to still be in that situation where you feel like you're going nuts, you feel really guilty sometimes. So, take a sip. Okay, go. No matter how crazy things get, I know that I love my family. I know that I'm always going to love them. I know that I love my daughter. I know that I love my son. And I know that I love my husband. Sometimes they still drive me nuts. And that's okay. That's a part of being a family. I know that even though there are those days when cooking dinner time, I feel like I'm so alone I can't stand it. I know that those days will pass, and there'll be a day when the kids are in 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, when I'm going to miss these days, and I'm going to wish that I could go back to them. But in this moment of time, these kids are driving me nuts. Okay, YouTube, I need to tell you right now, they're driving me freaking nuts. When the baby's screaming because she's hungry, she's tired, she doesn't know why she's upset, she just wants to be picked up and held. You know, and it feels a little bit like Charlotte where Rose is crying all the time. I have those days when I feel like the baby is crying all the time. And I want to lock myself in the pantry and just lose it, like Charlotte did. And Jay and I love that series. We've watched every single episode since the time it began. And I've always thought of myself as being a little bit like Charlotte and a little bit like Samantha. I always wanted to be like Samantha because she's uninhibited and she does whatever she feels is right in the moment. But I realized in that moment with that scene at the bar with her and Miranda that I'm a lot more like Charlotte than I thought. And I guess I really can't be ashamed of that or sorry. So, this is my Sex and the City moment. I hope that you guys take it for what it is. And I thank you for being my confessional and my person to enjoy my cocktail with. So, here's to everybody out there, to all the parents, and to everybody who's had their meltdown moments in the pantry like Charlotte has. And thank you for listening to me and for being my ear. Good night, YouTube.
Everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye.